Alright, so I hope my audio is okay a little bit. I'm not sure. Filament spools. I'm going to re-spool some stuff. This is the old spool here. I'm going to make sure it comes out this way. So 3D printed this thing here. You can unhook this here and screw this back together. So the way you twist this towards the right, it's going to spool down here on the bottom. Now there's those two little things here that keep it from going backwards. Okay. Now here we should maybe cut this. Cut it straight, right? Then it feeds into this piece here. Now we need empty spool on this side. Look what I found here. I have an old cruiser spool. Same thing here. We screw it in like this, and then we are ready to spool. Now, this thing takes longer to print than you can imagine. All those pieces takes a long while, and we can even see here where I had a little bit of issues here. Can we focus on here? Look how bad it printed. Horrible. Oh, come back and focus. Here we are focused again. Okay, so we need to spool. There's no hand crank on this one, so I need to use my power drill. Also, pull out a little more here. How do we get in here? Pull the hole here. I just bend it a little so that we can't fall back. Like this. And then we have to just drill here. We need a 6mm insert. I got from Harbor Freight like a thing with everything, right? So in there was one with 6mm. Here. That's very long. Okay, so now I insert it here. And then I have to be careful that I'm slowly doing this. Slow, I said slow. You hear the noise? I do it fast because otherwise it takes forever. Oh, you see this? Here, it got stuck here. So there is a problem. And that messes up your whole life. There is a problem with this pin here. That is in here. Getting stuck. Very big problem. Let's see if we can keep this. Slow. If it's not smooth, you're gonna have problems. Whoa. You hear that? It can't be good. Something is happening here. Whoa! Look how much it's pulling. I don't know what's happening. Why it's so difficult. There we go. we reach the end. Here, it's glued on. Okay. Let me grab scissors. Oh. Came undone. Put this in here, okay? So now we take a look at the roll, how it's spooled. That's pretty okay, I would say. Let's unwind it. Here. Goes back there. And then here, let's take a look. See, this was glued on at the end. That's why it got stuck. Alright. Okay, and then we have one for cardboard recycling. Yeah, overall experience, it takes a very long time to print. It is not very sturdy, the whole thing sitting here. Then sometimes this thing gets stuck. This thing what moves left and right. Other than that, a lot of work to get this together, but once you have this, you can reuse it over and over again. I use green PLA to do this. Everything green is PLA. The white one is PETG because that's what I had. I printed those pins a little thicker at 101% because the original ones were too loose in here. But yeah, that's how it goes. There is those adapters on the files. If the hole in your spool is a little big. But yeah, that's how it went.